Hey everyone, welcome to Making Sense. If you've been here before, I want to welcome you back, my friends. And if this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome aboard. If you do me a huge favor, click the subscribe button down below, like, comment, and or share this video. That would be greatly appreciated. Today's video is going to consist of fragrance legends. What do I mean by that? Stay tuned and find out. So what makes a fragrance legend? In my opinion, it's a fragrance that changes the game, that has made a staple and or its own imprint in the history of fragrances. Whether it's come out with a new style, a new design, or in general has just gone on to some sort of superb fame throughout the fragrance industry. The fragrances I'm going to list today are ones that I personally have in my own collection. There are definitely a lot more out there that could even be way bigger on this list. And some of you may have some of those, so I ask you, toss those comments down below. Some amazing fragrance legends, in your opinion. I'm going to start off my list with probably the most influential fragrance of the last 10 or more years. We all know what it's going to be. It's probably the most popular fragrance on FragCom. Most people talk about it. People review about it. It's always making the top 10 list, if not the top of everyone's lists, depending on what the lists are consisting of. And that is none other than Creed Aventus. Now, Creed Aventus is an amazing fragrance. It's absolutely changed the game. You know, it's one of those fragrances that everyone knows about that's in the fragrance community. And even people outside of the community, this is more of one of the fragrances that they would have more apt to, hear about, know about, and or acknowledge. To me, scent's awesome. I'm not going to go crazy into the scents. I just want to go over some of the details of the different fragrances that, in my opinion, especially from my collection, are fragrance legends. So this one here, Creed Aventus, pretty cut and dry. We all know what this one is. It's pretty amazing. I do love it. And at some point, maybe I'll even do a review of it. I know everyone out there in the world has done a review about Creed Aventus. It is not my favorite from the Creed house. We already know Green Irish Tweed, if you've been following my channel, is my favorite. I probably do wear this one more often, but that's only because I have more of it. Let's face it. So, again, the first one on this list is Creed Aventus. Now, the next one is a fragrance that super popular, probably one of the most, if not the most famous or popular fragrance out there, maybe even in history when it comes to popular fragrances. And I don't have a cap for it, but it's this guy right here. It is Acqua di Gio by Emporium Armani. So, or Giorgio Armani, that works. Let's face it, the DNA in this fragrance has created some amazing flankers. This one here, a bunch of you have worn. I'm going to admit to you, I've only worn this once or twice in my entire life. I want to say it became popular right after I was out of high school, somewhat towards college and such. So for me, this one here, super popular, super gem, absolutely a legend in the industry. People still wear this today. Some people shouldn't wear this today. Some of the flankers we all know about is Acqua di Gio Profumo. Absolutely the one I would recommend getting instead of that one. I believe this one has like marine notes, frankincense, maybe patchouli. I don't know all the things. There's like very faded things on the back of this thing that someone wrote on it before I bought this. So that's pretty cool. Has some good information there. Again, that's Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani. Great fragrance, very popular over time. The original one is a bit dated. You have also Absolute, and there's Essenza, and there's so many flankers of that one fragrance. And probably to me, the one I would recommend getting out of all of them would be Profumo, and it's probably the most popular right now. The next one on this list, so some of these fragrances are staples in my collection, and they were must-haves because to me, they were such a big part of FragCom that I really needed to add them to my collection. I just needed to have them. I did some research, found a way to get some of them, and certain ones I don't really know why I did that, and that includes this one right here. Secretions Magnifique. Alright, I have no idea how to say the name. It's like Etat Libre d'Orange, something like that. Yeah, this is the one that smells like blood, sweat, semen, and it just really probably shouldn't exist, but the fact of the matter is, it does. And the staple it made on the fragrance game is, you know what? You don't have to stay inside the lines. Go outside the realm. Just be crazy. I don't know why someone came up with this scent. And personally, when you smell it up close, like you see me smelling the bottle, it doesn't smell bad, like right here. But if I sprayed it over here or on my clothing or anywhere near me, within about 10 minutes, I probably want to go shower. The dry down on this thing is what gives it its name. The original spray, the original smell, isn't the most horrific thing. I've sprayed it a few times. I've actually put this in a barrel next to a coworker and let it sit there for a little bit until he came in and was like, "What the heck is that smell? Is that crap you sprayed near me?" And yeah, it was absolutely Secretions Magnifique. If you're watching this video, which you should be, because you should be supporting my channel, yeah, bud, that was this one. So if you smell it randomly again, that's because I decided I should spray it in your barrel one more time. Again, that's Etat Libre d'Orange, or whatever way it's said. Secretions Magnifique. Definitely just a big game changer in the fact that the fragrance industry decided to come up with something so crazy and outlandish. I needed to add it to my collection. The next one is a fragrance that has created a ton of flankers. I mean, a ton of flankers. And it's none other than Theory Mugler's Amen. So this one here is in a fancy chrome container. The spray's nice. Everything's cool with that. The smell is really nice, you know, for the general. Once it settles, like 2 seconds after you spray it, it smells even better. Now, I'm showing this one because you need to pay homage to the actual, you know, the leader, the originator. In my opinion, the one that sticks out more to me as a legend in a sense is this one right here. I think it's Ultra Zest by, again, Thierry Mugler. And this is just a super orange scent. Citrus. Super fresh. Great for the summer. Things like that. But it comes after, of course, Amen, the original one. And this guy here has been fetching some crazy money online. Some people just want to, you know, mark it up to the sky because it's been canceled or discontinued. To me, it's a really nice fragrance. It's definitely cool because it's an orange fragrance. And you don't have a ton of orange fragrances that truly smell like orange. And it's still got a nice scent to it. It doesn't just smell like citrus. It smells citrusy. Still has the DNA behind the, you know, the Amen line. And it's just a really nice fragrance. So again, Amen, Ultra Zest. So the next one on the list is this one right here. Paco Rabanne 1 million. Now this one's had some amazing flankers between 1 million Lucky, 1 million Privé. I believe there's 1 million Cologne, and there could be more, but I don't know about those. So these ones here, to me, they do a really nice job. It is a nice fall winter fragrance or a clubbing fragrance. It is a very strong fragrance, lasts for a long time, and it has absolutely made its mark on the fragrance community. It's one of those that pretty much almost everyone or their brother or cousin or somebody wore at some point in their life. And again, that is Paco Rabanne 1 million. The next one in the fragrance game here, and again, this is one that I had to add to my collection. This is one, there's a lot of talk about, a lot of hype, things like that, in a sense that it went from an all-around cheapie to all of a sudden becoming a very popular fragrance. Everyone wanted to get their hands on it, and it was one that in the end, it has a really nice scent to it. You know, the fragrance itself is really nice, and because of the design and the scarcity of it is what made it so popular in the end. And that's this guy right here. Van Cleef & Arpels, Midnight in Paris. So beautiful bottle, very nice. Cap comes off very easily. I'm gonna spray this guy. Ooh, so I spray that a lot, huh? It is a very nice fragrance. You know, I don't know exactly what to compare to in my collection, but it's very nice. It's got a powdery, almost like a powdery blue fragrance kind of set to it. You know, everyone knows Bleu de Chanel, all those different fragrances, the blue fragrances, YEDP, Sauvage, so on and so forth. They have that blue DNA that everyone pretty much enjoys, likes. And I say everyone, but you know, the people that like blue fragrances, of course. This guy has a lot of that in it, but also has a powdery, and just a little bit of a different side to it. For me, it's a great fragrance. Smells really nice. I had to get it because of the, you know, the popularity behind it, but more so the collectability in my behalf to add it to my collection as a fragrance head or frag head, whatever word you want to use. that I needed this bottle in my collection. So I was really happy when I found it. Again, if you get a chance to get your nose on this one, I absolutely would. Just for the fact that, you know, it has its own history, like Secretions Magnifique. These are the two weird ones, I'll call them, in the collection, that they've just had their place in the fragrance community to make their own staple. And I really wanted to have them as part of my own personal journey too. Next one comes in a twofer, or a twofer. These guys right here. MFK, or Amazing French Excursions, Baccarat Rouge 540. You have the EDP, and you have the Extrait. I mean, we all hear about these two fragrances. People are buying them, selling them, talking about them, wearing them all over fragrance communities, all over Fragcom, Facebook, YouTube, wherever it might be. These two guys right here are absolutely, they're game changers. You know, MFK was originally famous for creating, I don't have the actual original bottle anymore, I just got rid of it, but La Malle, which this is a flanker of, from Jean-Paul Gaultier. That was his, what got his start and got everything going for him. And we all know either somebody or pretty much everyone wore that fragrance back in the day. I know my wife's cousin Greg wore it a lot. I liked it a lot. It was a great scent. I actually had to ask him what it was back then because I wanted to buy a bottle because it smelled so good. Now, as far as these two fragrances go, they are sweet, delicious. Many people love them. Many people hate them. Don't know if they love to hate them because of the fact that they're so popular. But for me, these things are firecrackers, and they are absolutely legends in the fragrance game. I'm going to put them over here for right now. Very happy to have those guys in my collection. There's a few more that I didn't put into the list. We have, this one actually is on the list just because, to me, it's one of the first ones that truly had iris in the game. I love all of the Prada L'Homme line, all that kind of stuff, because personally, I just like the iris part of it. And I guess that started here, at least for me it did, with the Dior Homme line. This is Dior Homme. I think this is the EDT. Yeah, there you go. We also have this guy back here, Dior Homme Intense. Great fragrances. They're great fragrances, in my opinion. For me, they are absolutely legends in the game. You know, what makes a legend? It's your own opinion. And this is definitely no slouch. Dior Homme is a great fragrance. It's one of those that when I first heard about it, I was like, I'm never going to buy that. It was way too much money. I can never add that to my collection. And I'm glad I did. You know, it really opened my eyes for all the different fragrances out there. You know, you got like, what is this guy? Valentino Uomo. Great fragrance as well. Intense is great too. And it's all that iris-based deal. But it all started here for me, from Dior Homme. I'm going to say it. This guy here is technically a legend in the game. The fact of the matter is, the person that created these or the person that influenced the creation of these is the biggest name in Fragcom. At least he was. That is this guy right here, Jeremy Fragrance. This is Fragrance 1, Office for Men. That's the original bottle. That's the third batch, the black bottle with the chrome cap. I don't have the second one. Let's face it. If you like or hate the fragrance, if you like or dislike Jeremy, he has had a huge part in making all of us either learn about fragrances, interested in some of the fragrances, or building the strength of the fragrance community. For me, I still enjoy watching Jeremy on, his different videos, different things he has come up. I really do. I have fun watching him. He says some cool stuff. He's entertaining. He has a lot of energy. I wish I had that much energy. And he's always excited about his own brand, so that's pretty awesome. As far as the fragrances themselves, I'll probably do a review when Date for Men shows up. I did order a bottle of that. You guys, most of you probably did, and if you didn't, you kind of want to know what it smells like anyways, because we're in the fragrance community. You always want to know what they are, and when it does come out, I'll probably do a review of both of them side by side. Again, first fragrance that I know of that really made a big splash from a reviewer. So to me, this is definitely one to add to the legends in the game because of that alone. So there was one fragrance I was almost about to leave off the list. I actually kind of forgot about tossing it on there. Yves Saint Laurent, La Nuit de l'Homme. Now this one here, great fragrance, super popular. You always saw him spinning the cap, or whoever it might be that did the review spin the cap. It's a great fragrance. Very easy to wear, mass appealing, simple one. Sprays nice. Overall, just a really great fragrance. One that has made its definite imprint on the fragrance community. It's got a ton of flavors. Oof. that smells really good. Now, I've sprayed a bunch of different fragrances down here during this video, and that one there, honestly, is giving me the best vibes of the night. Again, that's La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. If you haven't had a chance to get your nose on this, I definitely recommend doing so. It's just a really great fragrance, in my opinion, of course. The ones I gave you today are ones, in my opinion, are just staples and or true legends for me. Now, I shared my list with you from fragrances that are in my own personal collection, but what I want to really hear is, what fragrances do you feel, or out of your collection, are the true masterpieces and or the legends? If you comment down below, list some of your favorite fragrances from your own personal collection that you would put in legendary status. Whether it was one that helped you meet the special girl or boy in your life, whether it was one that brings back amazing memories, or something that you just really enjoy having in your collection, or that you were fighting after, going after, aiming for to add to your collection over time. So do me a favor, down in the comment section below, list those for me. I really am looking forward to reading some of the comments down there. And I hope that this list here either resonates with some of you, or you can appreciate why they mean what they mean to me. Again, I thank you so much for checking out my channel. If you do me a huge favor, click that subscribe button down below. Like, comment, and or share this video. That would be greatly appreciated. I do look forward to reading those comments. And remember, if you're making the world a better place, just one spray at a time, then to me, you're just making sense. Until next time.